This is the Whole Body, Whole Health series. We're in the first one on the site. We have each section of the series on a different part of our senses. We have sight, sound or hearing, smell, taste, and touch. And so this is the first one that I think we think of is with our eyes, what we're seeing. So it's all about our sense of sight. And so just a little bit about us, the Marilyn Magrum Center. Our mission is to enhance and promote good health and well-being through research, education, and services in food science, nutrition, and dietetics. And these are part of the people we work with, organizations, and the community that we work with currently. And the presenters today is going to be myself, Shelly Salemnia, the registered dietitian here with the Marilyn Magrum Center. And then we have a really exciting food demonstration, and it's going to be taught from Janika, who is amazing at this, and it's going to be very, very fun, exciting, and a feast for the eyes. So just some information, some general housekeeping. If you have questions, definitely ask them, but put them in the comment box or the chat section, or you can hold on to your question for the end and we can get to them. And we can only answer general nutrition questions. If you have something specific, something especially medical nutrition therapy, something that needs more individual information, we'll refer you to a medical provider or a registered dietitian. And so the objectives of today's workshop is really to learn about how our sense of sight is connected to our health, and also to see how we eat is what we see is connected to how and what we eat, and what a healthy plate should look like. So take a look at this plate of food right here. What are you seeing? What colors can you think of? There's white, there's orange, I see green, red, even some brown over here and over there. So it's a bit of mix of colors. And with these colors, it kind of, what do you think when you look at this quinoa bowl? It looks healthy, maybe something kind of, colorful, fun. And so, with certain foods, you do associate with certain colors. So maybe healthy foods you associate with green, and maybe junk food you might associate with other colors. So when you look at this, for example, orange and red, it's kind of oftentimes associated with junk food, with fast food. Red for ketchup, orange or yellow for French fries. And when you look at even the fast food brands, they all also tend to have the same colors. They have orange, they have red, brown sometimes, but it's more like yellow, red, and orange. You can see here, they all kind of have a similar theme. And they found in the research that certain colors are actually able to make people have an appetite. They found that red and orange colors and sometimes yellow can actually induce an appetite or make people hungry, make people want to eat. So that's amazing that just looking at colors or what we see can actually make us hungry, can actually make us want food. And this is what their very, very experimental and very, very smart marketing team has come up with, is that all these fast food companies, they know that these colors entice audiences, make them want to eat, and make us want to buy from them ultimately. But those colors don't have to be just fast food, and healthy food doesn't have to be just green, only green. Healthy food can also be red and orange. It can also, food can also entice our appetite, can also make us want to eat. So we have even the way that the food looks. You can see this soup on the left. It looks very appetizing. We have the orange, we have the reds. We also have a little bit of green and a little bit like blackish gray kind of, and the pasta on the right. It's plated very beautifully. It makes our appetite kind of, we want to eat. It's like an appetizer, you can think those kinds of words. It makes it really exciting. And so really when we have food in front of us, we are eating with our eyes. You can say it's like a seafood diet. You see the food, you eat the food. That's the diet that we all follow. And so the first thing we do before we eat is with our eyes. We're eating with our eyes. If the food looks good, we want to eat it. If something doesn't look good, we're not really so keen on eating it. So the first thing that is the first step onto eating is really what we're seeing, what's in front of us. And on top of that, what we see in our food also tells us what's inside our food. So there's the saying, eat the rainbow. We want to eat all the colors of the rainbow when we're eating our food. So you can even see on this picture, we have red foods, which are vegetables and fruits, including, I see raspberry, red pepper, what is it, little tomatoes, apple, and then we also have orange bell peppers and carrots, and maybe that's an apricot, and an orange, and an orange tomato or a yellow tomato. Star fruit I see over there. Lemons, yellow bell pepper, broccoli, broccolini, green beans, snap peas, blueberries, cherries, plum, maybe they think it's a beet as well. So you see healthy food can be so many colors, and the thing is that each food, each color has something else in it. It is the way that the plants are communicating with us. And so when we say eat the rainbow, it's because each color has something different in it. And they all kind of complement each other, and they all have health benefits when it's coming from plants especially, and they complement each other. So we need all of them. We can't just have one thing only. So for example, green, like we said before, green is associated with healthy foods, with vegetables, health foods, that kind of stuff. But it's not the only thing that's healthy. We need more than just green. So in green foods, there's chlorophyll. Chlorophyll actually gives the green color itself. It's the light reflecting off of these phytochemicals, which is what we're really seeing here. And then the green foods also tend to be really high in lutein, another phytochemical, which is called an antioxidant, which really promotes health and can really be used to prevent cancer. And then orange foods have beta carotene, very, very strong vitamin or antioxidant as well, vitamin A. And it's associated with their eyes as well. They say have a lot of carrots, for example, in the orange foods, and it can help with our eyesight. And then red like in tomatoes, lycopene. Lycopene is a very powerful nutrient and antioxidant, especially for cancer prevention. And then the blue and purple ones. Blue and purple comes from a phytochemical or phytonutrient, and that nutrient is called anthocyanin. And if you could think, it's in dark grapes, in blueberries, blackberries, those kinds of foods or fruits. And then the white one, so white is actually a color for fruits and vegetables as well. So those are the beta glucans, quercetin, which is a very, very powerful one. And some companies even trying to sell quercetin or any of these phytochemicals in like supplement form, but they really the supplements lack what the vegetable has, or the fruit or vegetable has that is this color. So you're really getting the benefits from the colors from all the vegetables. And the white ones would be like cauliflower, for example, or like a white carrot or a potato even. And so you can see that even the same vegetable or fruit would have different colors. So on the left, you have these heirloom tomatoes. You have tomatoes in all the different colors. You have red tomato, yellow tomato, purple tomato, green tomato. And each one is a tomato, but they still have different phytochemicals in it. They still have different nutrients that really complement each other. So you don't have to have just a red tomato. You can have different nutrients and antioxidants in the orange tomato than there is a green tomato. And on the right, the same with the bell peppers. Maybe you can try to experiment with this. If you can buy all 4 colors of the bell pepper and cut them into slices and taste them, and you can see maybe they have a different taste, which they do. And some people have a preference over like the red bell pepper or the green one, or they like to cook with the green one but eat the orange one raw. And that's because not only is the color different, but it's also the taste is different. And that's because of the nutrients that are inside. So it could even be the same exact vegetable, but a different color. And the different color has different nutrients or more of one nutrient. And all of them are very healthy and support our health. So just a little bit of the power between nutrition and our sight is that some nutrients, like I mentioned before, actually have an ability to have an effect on our eyesight. So very specifically, beta carotene, also known as vitamin A, It's really essential for a healthy body overall, especially for our sight and for even just general eye health. So not having enough foods with vitamin A, especially the orange foods, can actually lead to poor eyesight. In children, for example, if they don't get enough of this vitamin, it can actually cause blindness while growing, or just like a poor eyesight or poor sight functioning in general if they don't get enough. And in adults, if you're in a deficiency, it can actually cause night blindness, which is actually just not having really a good eyesight during the dark, or difficulty seeing in the dark. So in order to prevent this, and in order to have a healthy eyesight, nutrition, especially vitamin A, or also known as beta carotene, directly affects our eye health. And so we can actually utilize this information during cancer treatment, or getting any kind of side effects from any kind of treatment. Some treatments, especially chemotherapy, can really cause a loss of appetite, or even just another side effect then causes that. So it could be the nausea can cause a loss of appetite, or just loneliness, or even the disease itself can cause a loss of appetite. And the problem with appetite, with a loss of appetite, is that the body needs enough nutrients in order to heal and protect itself. So if someone doesn't have a really good appetite, or if their appetite is lessened, it can cause less food to be eaten. And with less food is less nutrients, less energy, less protein, less vitamins, what we talked about. And if we don't get enough nutrients or food, weight loss can happen. And weight loss can actually cause a delay in healing, meaning that our bodies aren't able to heal fast enough or normally from our treatments, or from the cancer, or anything else, even getting a cut, for example, or a bruise. And oftentimes weight loss and delayed healing is associated with this lack of appetite. And if someone does lose too much weight and they're undergoing cancer treatment, the treatments can actually be delayed just because of that. And so you can see with the food, the way that they're prepared makes a huge difference. The way that it's plated, it tells you what's in the food. You see the green broccoli, you can see the brown lamb shank, you can see the fat on there, you can see the nuts on top and how it's all layered perfectly, and the juices. So you get an idea of what's going into your body. And also it makes it really exciting to eat. So when you have something super exciting to eat, you're much more likely to eat it. So if you are having these appetite issues, then definitely plating the food, making it look really beautiful, is one way to go. One example is to take, like, for example, yogurt. Some people just aren't excited by yogurt, or they want ice cream. If you take a nice little ice cream bowl that's super fancy and nice crystal or really cute plateware, and you put like yogurt into a nice ice cream bowl, make it super fancy into like a nice parfait, it looks much more beautiful. It's much more visually appealing. You add the colors in, and it makes it fun to eat. And then let's say you look at some other foods and you see what colors on this plate. Is it that exciting? On the left we have like an Alfredo, and so it's white pasta and white cheese and maybe some white butter. That's pretty much it. Okay, and then on the right also white potatoes, white egg, white cream, like the sauce. So even though there's different food groups, we can see there's not that much variety. And so we're probably not getting that much of a balance for nutrients. We're not getting the whole rainbow. We're getting the white, but not on any of the other colors, which are so important. And now look at this. Look how visually appealing this is compared to that. We'll just go back again. Okay. Wow. Like even just looking at this right now, my eyes lit up. Ooh. So let's say on the left. The left is a completely vegetarian meal. Over here, looks like we have a roasted sweet potato. It's orange. It looks delicious. We have quinoa. We have orange, looks like carrots. We have red tomatoes, green lettuce or salad, yellow lemon, and the white quinoa. And this looks like such a nice appetizing meal, and it's full of different nutrients. The protein from the quinoa, and the vitamin A from the sweet potato and the carrots. And sweet potato and carrots have different nutrients in them. And then the the nutrients from the tomato, from the lemon, everything. It's all complementing each other and full of really good stuff. And then look at this plate on the right. This one's giving me a big appetite right now. We have the meat that's grilled. We have a white rice that also has yellow in it, that also has green in it. So even the rice itself has multiple colors. And that's even showing that the rice has different nutrients in it based on like the ingredients that they put inside. And then it's also accompanied with the roasted red tomato, the white onion, the green pepper, looks like black beans or some kind of salad with some more nutrients in it. So this has so many different colors. Maybe we can count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 different colors, 7 to 8, 7 different colors, something like that. Versus this, we have 1, and then, you know, okay, the green is a garnish, but it doesn't really count. So you can see the difference between these two plates. And if you have a bad appetite, I think this wouldn't be as appealing as if you saw this in front of you. And then you can also have foods that you would consider not as healthy, like the fast food, the foods that we generally associate with orange or yellow colors that are just tend to be just red and yellow, and that's it. So for example, on the left, we have this pasta. And everybody loves pasta, but you can make it even more nutritious by adding more colors to it. So instead of just the red sauce and the yellow pasta, we have zucchini, we have spinach, it looks like, some basil, looks like a yellow squash or summer squash or something like that. And then the white cheese. So we have a protein, we have the nutrients, the phytonutrients and the antioxidants from the vegetables. We have the carb from the spaghetti, but we also have all the additional colors that really complete a meal. And the same for something like pizza. You know, these two things can be seen as gluttonous or maybe not as healthy, but we can really dress them up and give ourselves more nutrients to this. And it's more visually appealing. So like the pizza, we have the black olives, we have, looks like a white artichoke here, purple onion, red pepper, the dough, even the red pepper flakes, the basil, the cheese. So we have a whole mix of different vegetables and even mushrooms, brown mushrooms. So here, even a pizza has many different colors. And just by doing that, we can make our foods even healthier and also more visually appealing, just based on the colors of the foods that we're putting in. So if you can think about how to put it onto a plate, a balanced meal. This is something called My Plate, if you've seen it before. It's got recommendations. It's like what the food pyramid was, and now it's a My Plate. And this is what is generally recommended for healthy eating. So even they put different colors, so it's easier for you to see. They put brown for greens, purple for protein, red for veggies, green for veggies, red for fruits, and then blue for dairy. And that does signify that each of these food groups have different nutrients in it. So for example, the protein has, or like the meat is a protein. It has proteins in it. It's readily available. Different nutrients than there are in grains. Grains would be rice or pasta, bread, corn, peas. These have different nutrients in it than protein does. And the fruits have different nutrients than the grains, and the vegetables have different nutrients than the fruits. And so you do need a balance of all 4 of these in order to have a really complete meal, and would be visually appealing as well. So it's all these different components that we're bringing together to create a nutritious meal, to give our bodies everything it needs to heal and to thrive and to be healthy. And that's it for the nutrition portion. I hope you guys got a really good idea of how we can eat the rainbow, how our eyes affect how and what we eat, and how it affects our body and our health. So now, without further ado, we have Janika that will be actually showing us how this works in reality by doing this food demonstration. She's going to show how we can use our eyes to build a beautiful plate with all the nutrients that we need.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Shelly. I think it is awesome to be able to bring you into our Seasoned Kitchen today, and we're going to make a beautiful, colorful, spicy peanut soba noodle salad for you today. It contains a great variety of different color vegetables, different color herbs, and our whole grains. So the first thing that we're going to do is season our chicken breast with salt and pepper. You can season it however you desire. So we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of pepper on there. All right. And then we're gonna sprinkle just a hint of salt. So this will help to bring out some of the moisture in our chicken and then also provide some flavor too. All right. And then after we do that, we're going to get some olive oil heated up in our pan and immediately put our chicken breast in there to cook. All right, so let's just slide this in. Excellent. I'm gonna slide in our other chicken breast. All right, so as that is cooking, let's get our other items assembled, okay? All right. So one thing that we're going to do is prep our vegetables. So I already have our red bell peppers kind of cut up for us already. So the next thing we're going to do is cut up our purple cabbage. Okay. I'm going to take about half of this. And you can cut it up in any form that you like. For this salad, I like everything to be kind of uniform. So what I'm going to do is take out the hard skin in my cabbage, because that tends to be a little tougher. I'm going to take that out and just discard that. And then I'm just going to cut this really nice. So there's no special way to do this. I'll first cut it in half, and then I'll just cut it in nice slivers, okay? All right. So once we are done with this, we are going to set this to the side. That looks about 2 cups right here. So we want about 3 to 4 cups, depending on what you like. We are going to put 3 cups in there. All right, so let's set this to the side. So we'll move our uncut cabbage over here. And then we'll set this to the side. Ooh, our chicken breast is looking good already. All right. So this is all prepared for our spicy peanut soba noodle salad. And then we're going to add another element of color here. This is a yellow bell pepper. If you are someone who enjoys an orange bell pepper, that is excellent as well. It creates some contrast. All right, just checking on our chicken. Looks good so far. All right, so for this, what we're gonna do is cut it in the same way that we did our red bell pepper. So what I did is removed all the seeds. We're gonna cut each of these pieces in half and then cut them in little slivers. And then we're gonna set this to the side once that is cut. All right. If you are someone who wants to add another variety of vegetables into your salad, you can feel free to substitute your bell pepper with a different vegetable, such as a radish. That offers a great contrast in color. If you like zucchini, you can shred up some zucchini, and that offers some nice greenness to your salad. All right. So this is almost cut. Making sure we are getting rid of any of those seeds. Gonna cut that in half and then cut it in slivers again. Excellent. And now let's put this to the side. Our chicken is due for a flip already. Okay, so let's flip our chicken. Beautiful. All right, so our chicken is going to continue to cook, and then we're going to cut up our last little section. of our yellow bell pepper. All right. So that is all set. Perfect. Okay, so that is all set. We're going to add some cilantro to our salad at the very end. But we are going to, as our chicken is finished cooking, make our peanut sauce, okay? So we are going to take some peanut butter. This is smooth peanut butter. And then we have some water as well. You can use a blender or a food processor, whatever you have at home. We're going to put in some low sodium soy sauce. Next, we have some sesame oil. Beautiful. And then for a little bit of sweetness, we're adding some honey. Excellent. All right, and then we're going to add a little bit of spice to ours. We're going to add a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes. Okay, so let's give this a blend. All right, that came together very fast. Next, we're going to add in our garlic. So you're going to have 1 clove of garlic. Just add that right into our blender. The next thing that we're going to add is the juice of 1 lime. So ideally, in order to extract the most out of your citrus, you want to roll it firmly on your board, just to get those juices able to be pulled out of your citrus easier. All right. So we're going to squeeze this directly into our blender. Smells so good. All right, next half.
It looks like your microphone muted.
All right, very nice. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is check on our chicken. Our larger piece does need a little bit more time to cook, no problem. Our smaller piece is pretty good. Okay, so we'll take our smaller piece off. Actually, we'll let it cook a little bit more. Okay. In the meantime, we can go ahead and assemble our salad. All right, so I have a big mixing bowl here, and then I also have our soba noodles. So soba noodles are made of buckwheat, which is a whole grain, and a great alternative to your white pasta. It adds some really great flavor and some added nutrient value for you. All right, so we're gonna add that directly into our bowl. And then after that, let's set that to the side, and we're gonna give our cilantro a little chop. We're just gonna cut off the rough pieces of our cilantro. All right, and then a nice just rough chop. Let's bring our bowl back. We're gonna add it directly to our bowl. Already has really great color right there. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is add in our purple cabbage. Excellent. And then we have our yellow bell pepper. We're gonna turn down our chicken. All right, the next we have is our red bell pepper. And then we're gonna add in our peanut sauce. All right. Perfect. Okay, so this is ready to be mixed now. So we're just gonna mix it up. Making sure we are incorporating all of that delicious, yummy sauce that already has a really great color. All right. Let me lift it, give it a nice little flip. And that is looking beautiful. All right. Okay, so now we're going to put this in a separate bowl. And we want to make sure that our star veggies are at the top so we can eat the rainbow. All right, so let's just put that in there. So the noodles go at the bottom. And then we are going to layer on our beautiful veggies. All right. Look how gorgeous that is. Very nice. Okay. Let's put some more veggies at the top. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. All right, so that is looking beautiful. All right, so last but not least, we are going to chop up our chicken. So our chicken is nice and cooked through. Gonna move some of our cilantro over and give this a nice little chop. Beautiful. And we'll put that directly onto our salad. Okay. And let's chop this chicken breast up too. And then put this on our salad. And there you go, your soba spicy peanut noodle salad. You can eat this hot, you can eat this cold, you can enjoy this on a warm summer night or a hot summer day. I hope that you enjoy this and you try this at home. Thank you so much, everyone.
Amazing. Thank you, Janika. So I just want to say, how many colors did you find in this dish? Wow.
We can move some of the chicken. We can move some of the chicken over.
I think we have all the colors of the rainbow. Purple, white, red, orange, yellow, green.
Yes. Check that out.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
And I did want to point out as well that you could use your eyes to see what the chicken was done. You could see the browning happening in the chicken. You looked at the different colors. Amazing. So we did have one question.
Sure.
Where's the best place to buy soba noodle?
You can actually buy them at any common grocery store. I purchased mine from my local Ralph's, but they do sell them at a variety of different grocery stores. So they are very, very common to find.
Awesome. Okay, so it's so visually appealing, and then if you plate it for people, you're gonna see how much they enjoy it, how excited they are by it, and it's so nutritious. It's super, super nutritious and very, very filling. Yeah, that's it. So thank you, Janika, for that.
You're
And
welcome. Thank you.
that's it. I think that's our programming for today.